must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
When President Uhuru Kenyatta thought of a nation, a peaceful nation, a united nation called Kenya, he scored highly to the international community and to Kenyans. When the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga thought of a nation called Kenya, he scored highly. It is that redemption strategy, the coming together of opposition and the government, the president and the former opposition leader, or the opposition leader of Kenya, that has made Kenya peaceful, united, working together to date. It is therefore very important for the people of Kenya to realize that the most important thing that every African looks at when talking about Kenya is peace. But what kills Kenya is tribal enclaves, bad elections, bad electoral mechanisms, bad political morals. People lack political morals. People lack good electoral mechanisms. People think of tribes. It is not the poor, it is not the rich, it is not the destiny, it is not the hustler nation. No. Those have been there for many times, many years. But what has killed the country is that those one key thing, elections. If Kenya can sort out its electoral mechanism, that a winning candidate embraces a losing candidate, and a losing candidate embraces a winning candidate. We work together as a nation, work together as people of Kenya. That's the day that Kenya will rise and become a very good country, beyond what it is today. But the moment we go back to our tribal enclaves, we poison the politics. We play Machiavellian politics of backstabbing, intrigue, manipulation, machinations that flow in the Kenyan political arena. It's the moment that we destroy the same nation that needs that unity. President Uhuru Kenyatta, therefore, don't give up. Former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, don't give up on unity or purpose. Always strive to unite, leave a legacy of a united Kenya. That is the price you will give to the generations, the grandchildren, to your generations that will come. You might not be there to see the price that you have, the foundation you have laid. But once you leave that legacy of a united, peaceful Kenya, both of you and many other leaders in Kenya should not give up in search for that unity. I thank you very much. Those are my views. I believe a redemption strategy, and I repeat, a redemption strategy, the healing, reconciliation, reparation, accountability, truth-telling, Those are the values of the handshake, a united Kenya with capacity to accommodate all. Thank you. Thank you, listeners.
My name is Bishop Dr. John Warari. I come to you to give you hope. 80% of those who have the infection are recovering. So we must not lose hope. Follow the instructions of the Ministry of Health. Simple instructions. 1, we have been told to sanitize, to clean our hands as often as possible. As you wash your hands, do it for about 20 seconds. That one will keep away and destroy the virus that could have been in your hands. It is important for us not to use our hands in greeting each other. For more information, kindly dial 719 and you will get help, or you can go to your phone and press *719# and you will get more information. Komesha Corona.
Ni vipi tutaepuka ili janga la korona, maana kote duniani linazidi kusambaa, ni wengi wametuacha.
Yo guys, it's your boy DJ Euphoric here. So sad coronavirus is here with us. Na sisi wase tunaishi na disability, we have to make sure maze to protect ourselves. Clean your assistive devices, especially those parts that zina come in contact with your body, kama armrests, brakes and wheel rims. Umezi disinfect using the approved disinfectants from the Ministry of Health.
Sanitize, osha vizuri mikono yako. Quarantine and it's gonna be alright.
Hi, my name is Christine Enrico. I'm a mother to Elsa Wanjiko. Elsa Wanjiko has a special need. She has cerebral palsy. During this time of COVID-19, everybody is feeling anxious and fearful. As a mother of child with special need, I'd like to encourage all mothers and caregivers that we follow the government directives of wearing masks every time we leave our houses, wash our hands with clean running water, we sanitize our hands and also sanitize the equipment that our child uses, like the wheelchair, whenever we want to take them out. And whenever we want to take our children out for a walk, we should put them on mask and also put ourselves on mask. Stay safe. Komesha Corona.
Hi guys, my name is Maureen Dinda, and amidst this coronavirus pandemic, I'd like to urge everyone, including people with disabilities, to always wear masks in public and to maintain social distancing and use of sanitizers. To the people with albinism, I'd like to tell you that use of sanitizers has no effect or harm on your skin, so don't get afraid. Stay at home, stay safe. Komesha Corona.
Niaje watu wangu wa nguvu hapa, mimi naitwa Deno. Ningependa kuwashoya kwamba corona si mzaha. Corona iko bana. Corona iko kwa neighborhood. Manze jaribu kaa home. Na kama iwezekani lazima utoke nje kama mimi. Make sure uko kwa mask. Make sure unawea hiyo mask kila mahali. Kwanza sana ukiwa in a public place. Make sure uko kwa mask vizuri sana. Na kama unatumia guide kama mimi, make sure umemhold hapa kwa shoulder, kwa sababu huwezi mhold kwa elbow, kwa sababu hapo ndipo tunatumia ku sneeze. Sasa make sure that ume stay safe, make sure that ume sanitize. Corona ni real manze, cheza clean.
Tuepuke makundi, sura sishiki misi na budi, tusisambaze hivi virusi.
Hello friends, my name is Ben. I'd like to urge my friends, especially the deaf community, that we follow the guidelines given by the government in these times of corona. Don't forget, wash your hands with clean running water. Also, use masks when in public. If you don't have water, make sure you sanitize your hands. Also, keep social distance. Together, we can win corona. Stay safe, stay at home.
hivi virusi, epuka corona. Sanitize, osha vizuri mikono yako. Epuka corona. Quarantine and it's gonna be alright. Epuka corona. Sanitize, osha vizuri mikono yako. Epuka corona. Quarantine and it's gonna be alright. Epuka corona.
In any developed democracy, or nurtured democracy, or developing democracy, all these three tenets stand with independence of views, but not interconflicting views. They run on consensus, but above all rises the governance structure of a government. There is a head of government who is the president of Republic of any country. Like for example, Kenya. He represents Kenya in the international community, foreign policy, internal policy, health policy, legal policy. He cannot be a president without telling the people, showing the direction on how the legal framework is being utilized in any of his, on the citizens of his country. Therefore, President Uhuru Kenyatta stands as a symbol of the nation who should be respected at all times. Respect can be equalized, but there is more. That's why President Uhuru Kenyatta was sworn in by Maraga, but not as an equal to Maraga, but as a president of Republic of Kenya. Equally, when the Chief Justice comes to swear in, where does he swear in? In front of who? That shows you the power matrix that lies in this state of governance, the structure of governance, of governing a state and a democratic institution. Therefore, it is only men who stopped outside classrooms, who did not know, who will not know, who are not able to know the difference between the judicial and the chief executive of the executive, who is the president of the Republic of Kenya. So whom does he pay allegiance to? The president of the Republic of Kenya. Therefore, under Article 171, 1A, it is very clear that the recommendations made by JSC in Article 172, 1A are very clear. The president received the recommended names, but has to sit down to make his decision on how, whom. It takes time at times with this recommendation that some of the intelligence must be corroborated with international agencies, especially when it touches money laundering. Therefore, on this one, President Uhuru Kenyatta is right. Thank you very much, my viewers.
Mi naitwa Brenda Cheretich na niko 26 years old. So I was the first patient to be confirmed with COVID-19, which is hiyo ndio disease ni iko caused by coronavirus. So I came out myself to the I came out to the Ministry of Health and I let them know that I was concerned because I had shown symptoms of COVID-19. Na hakuna mtu hakuna mtu alini pressure like go forward. Ni mimi tu niliamua as a responsible Kenyan nifanye nione as in juni kazi yangu as a responsible Kenyan kukuja mbele na kuambia government, I think this is what is happening and you might have to test me. Na niko happy because waliamua kunitake seriously, wakanitest, and that's when wakapata niko positive. So after wakanipata niko positive, walinipea treatment, walini support sana, and I'm just niko very thankful to all of them for what they did. Kitu nataka kwa show ni kuwa hii kitu ni manageable na ni treatable. If you think you have it, don't be afraid. Usiogope ati watu watasema nini or that ati watu watani stigmatize. Hiyo ni kitu tu, hiyo ni kitu, it's something that ni normal, it happens to anyone and unaweza contract. It doesn't matter, unaweza kwa young, you can contract it. You can also be a child and you can be an older person. Hii kitu ni ya anyone, it doesn't discriminate. I discriminate based on age, ati when, how many years, or gender ama ethnicity. Hii kitu ni ya kila mtu, but because we are really trying to fight hii coronavirus, it's also part of your responsibility kama Mkenya ukwe responsible na ukuje out with your story, because mmeona mimi niko confident with my story, right? Sijaogopa anything. So that's what I would like to tell you guys now, because najua kuna patients sahi wana receive treatment and they wanaweza kuwa a little overwhelmed. Najua it's normal, it happens to every patient. Nataka tu kuambia stay strong because the doctors wanajua what they are doing. Unaweza fikiria they don't know, but they know what they are doing. They're constantly wako talking on video conferences, on phones na experts from other parts of the world. Unafaa tu kuwa trust and be positive. And thank you to everyone mwenye ameni support through this journey, and also for the CS, pia amekuwa very supportive, and I would just like to tell anyone, stigmatize anyone, don't kabisa, and be strong.
So I want to tell you guys.
I want to begin by first and foremost thanking the African Union and all the African nations for their support and their belief in Kenya being able to advocate the African cause, the cause of Pan-Africanism, the cause of peace, the cause of global solidarity, the call to multilateralism. Kenya's story is one that believes and trusts that together we are stronger. One that believes that through democracy, through respect for human life, and through unity, more can be achieved than individually. We thank the African continent for supporting us in our bid. And we thank all our friends across the world who have joined us and supported us. Today is a day for me personally, on my own behalf and on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, to assure you that a vote for Kenya is a vote for peace. A vote for Kenya is a vote for global solidarity. A vote for Kenya is a vote for multilateralism. A vote for Kenya is that even the smallest voice shall be heard as the largest and most powerful voice. Let's work together. Let's build global harmony. Let's move forward in our march for peace. Let's move forward in our march for the sustainable use of the resources that our continent, our globe, is endowed with. And let's move forward and ensure that no one is left behind.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Punchline Africa Television, broadcasting all the way from Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, the sunshine city, the only city with vibrant sunshine throughout 365 days. The time is cold at night, but becomes very manageable during the daytime. COVID-19 has not deterred us from going to do our work. We are still working. We are still serving. We are still encouraging President Waluke to fight corruption. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for giving the resources, the encouragement, the stamina, the impetus. See, that's the English I'm going to use now. The impetus to fight corruption. Thank you, the officers who unearthed this. This is a bombshell. But we want to go further. This morning, in the People's Courts, we have the panel full-fledged. I will retire to interrogation. Miriam will take over to interrogate me. And don't hesitate to ask me any question as an expert. Some of these people are my friends. Waluke, I paid you $5,000 for your election. T-shirts for donation. Why didn't you tell me you had these problems? Friends are not like that. But as an elder in the clan of Umofia, I want to pray for you silently. But when you touch the law, let it go. You went around telling people you are the money machine, machine. You know all these things, clips are there. Waluke, what happened, my son? I am an elder from Umukuka, the king of the Luya people. So when one of my people is under stress, I don't celebrate. But I painfully and anguishedly. There are three categories of life: pain, anguish, and there's another word. After pain, there is, you can say you are painful, you are anguished, agony. This morning I'm charged. The agony is too much for me to have one of my own people being held down 35 years concurrently. Apparently the people in Kenya don't discuss English. The journalists, I want to teach some English for journalists. What did Madam Magistrate Juma was saying, that all these things run concurrently. Mujue hiyo journalists, you didn't count. It doesn't mean everything is concurrent. Back to back. Yeah. He was this very beautiful ladies with microphones. Move with microphone with brains concurrently. That for this, if you fail one of these, done. Two, something that I observed yesterday. What type of lawyers? PLO Lumumba, I wanted you to join this discussion to tell me what you are doing at Kenya Law School. Were you really teaching zombies? Because you cannot ask the magistrate to suspend a sentence which has just passed or she has just passed. The magistrate read a sentence Waluke, and then you immediately you say, Your Honor, I don't know where What type of people? What are these? Who are these? Where did this guy read law? Oh, Your Honor, it is in your court. Unajua, he's doing things from River Road. That Your Honor, I am asking this court, to suspend. How can a magistrate who has sentenced you 5 minutes ago suspend her own judgment? Did these people go to law school or they went to Magendo school? Did they buy certificates? Did they buy certificates? Then we have another monster zombie called Harvey, Nelson Harvey. They have been buying houses in Karen on an empire that we are going to dismantle. These 2 years of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta were lying. This pride that you tell us you have money, you have a gate of 20 million, you have a gate of this, itaanguka. Asante sana mzee Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Pigana na hawa. We have no regrets. Yeah. That my gate is $2 million. 2 million. Who are you? Where did you get it? They just, you know, Ahmed Nasir thinks that he has something between him and the head. It's empty. It's money cheating people. You see, I wanted to ask my panel, when these lawyers were transferring this money, didn't they know that the documents were fake? Commonwealth law says an advocate of the High Court is both, whether you are on defense or prosecution, you are an advocate of the High Court. Therefore, you defend the integrity of the court. Is Harvey defending the integrity of the court? The answer is no. So, Mr. Harvey, bring it on. You have been telling me that I'm a Ugandan foreigner. You might not be a patriotic Kenyan man. I brought it in now. You have reached the pinnacle of us debunking you. But don't try, we shall debunk you very dangerous. Because some of the statements that have the rights, we doubt whether he's a Kenyan. He might be a zombie from planet Mars that the contract over what? If there was no maize in South Africa, why did you receive the money? DCI follow this money. All lawyers, including Baraza, Rudisha Pesa. Yes. There was no work that they did. Because they were doing fake. Even the worker was fake. So if the worker was fake, why do you take the money? Why do you take the payment? If they are Kenyans enough, and they claim Abdel Nasir claims to be a Kenyan, very senior Kenyan, I am senior counsel, return this 40 million. Useme, now the truth has come out, I am sorry, I've returned the 40 million. By Monday, another judgment is landing. Woohoo! Monday, 29th. This time, Nasir, you vomit the money. You see, when you tell people don't touch these things, let's die poor like this, man. What? Wacha tukue namna hivi. Now, Abdel Nasir tells the people, we are idiots. But you are an idiot who stole the money. You took 40 million for a service of a fake deal. You have been taking money from pirates. We know who was covering you. Wacha tukwambie leo, haki ya Mungu wewe kama usizumize matanga, mimi niko na kila evidence itakumaliza. Tena me, I'm like a cock that has stepped in man. You touch me na skuma kila kitu. Piracy money. God is not sleeping now. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? God is not sleeping. You have been cheating Kenyans too many times that you are driving a car bulletproof. Ulipata wapi pesa wewe? How? We're saying where to ingie wawe tutakuwa hakina. You live in maybe run to some country. Don't. If I were Abdel Nasir, with the evidence, some things that we have, which we can release. When I join mimi napigana na George Soros. Hata George Soros ananijua. So who are you small, living in a smaller suburb threatening people? Karen, where I live in London is not equivalent to Karen. Shut up! Ambia watu maneno ngine. Sare! I don't live in Brixton. Wewe. Na tisha wa Kenya every day. Oh, my gate is 2 million. Your gate is 2 million. Do people eat your gate? Kumbe mnaiba pesa. Kumbe. Sasa mtoe, you pay and remove Waluke. We are watching the magistrate, the judge, the appeal judge, who will release Waluke. This time, Kenyans on Twitter, they have woken up. Wakamoto. I encourage Kenyans on Twitter, sweep the guy now. Thank you, you are doing a good job. At last on this one, we converge. Hiyo pesa mingi sana. Whether Baraza, whether Soita, whether Bububu, whether who, toa pesa rudisha. Kenyans on Twitter cry tears for your money. At least COVID will not finish us. The main television station might not be doing. They are doing it now. They have woken up. This is very good. Let's also support we fully support the president. President Uhuru Kenyatta, hapo shikili hapo. Huyu lawyer, I call upon lawyers, patriotic Kenyan lawyers, to stand up, to stop having. I will sponsor the rebellion. Talk to me. I've already got about 50 lawyers, very upset with having. Let's have LSK2 and LSK1. You're having a Jew. He was not elected to protect the thieves. You are an advocate of the High Court. A High Court must be safeguarded. You safeguard the integrity of the court. That is the doctrine of the Commonwealth law. The Commonwealth law is very clear. If we haven't studied the Congolese law from DRC Congo, which is French, so be it. Touch me, I touch you. If you study the French law, don't confuse it with the Commonwealth law. If you are an advocate of the court in the Commonwealth, you support the integrity of the court. You don't go, even if you are a defense lawyer, you abide by the integrity of the court. And that's the bottom line why I want to remove Harvey. I am Paul walking in Judea. Yeah. Preaching to those who want to hear. If they don't hear, carry the dust and go away. Why should a normal chairperson, a president of the Law Society of Kenya, be involved in scandals by scandal by scandal? Why? Then he studied French law. He did not study this law. So let's come to the truth. I want to hand over the powers to the panel, to Miriam. Ask the questions. Let's begin with COVID-19. COVID-19, play. There is one, before we go, play on COVID-19. Play yesterday's takeaway. Yesterday's takeaway was marvelous. I have been, someone from Geneva has written to me a message. Miriam, I'll read it for you. From Geneva, fantastic. And they have requested me to make a song. To go where? And I will sing this song today at the end of this show. To go where? Open to go where? To go where? And the way song you do the chorus. Go where? Go where? Go where? You are telling President Uhuru Kenyatta open to go where? To go where? To go where? William will say, the other one is going to go where? Thank you. Play that clip as we stop laughing a bit. Play the clip, take away yesterday. Production team, bring it on. To go where? Viewers, so many questions linger in Africa today. One of the questions that lingers in every person's mind in Africa is whether to open up or not to open up. But the question is to open up to go where? The entire world is locked. It's locked down. Dubai is locked. China is producing masks for America. Not enough. Ventilators not enough. Vaccines not got. Goods not moving. Ships not moving. Planes not moving. To open and go where? To open, produce for who? If it's for local consumption, fine. If for export, to where? If we are in Kenya, Uganda has closed its border. No movement of human traffic from Uganda into Kenya. Tanzania has opened its border. No movement of people from Tanzania amass into Kenya. Somalia border is closed. Now, to open, to go where? The entire world, the aircrafts, the bigger nations, American jets, British jets, have not yet started roaring in the skies of the universe that God created. It is sad, therefore, for people to say to open. We let's open and we haven't found even one single solution, permanent, on the disease. It is therefore very important for the people of the world, the people of Kenya, the people of Africa, to understand that this disease needs careful study, careful steps taken by the government to make sure that you don't open too early and then it comes back to haunt you. I just want to finish by saying, let sleeping dogs lie. Kwame Nkrumah told Patrice Lumumba, let sleeping dogs lie. Let's not be haunted by early openings because we want to play golf. But the people carrying the golf sticks stay in areas which are infected by COVID-19. How will you be carrying them? How will you be looking after them? To open, to go where? Which journey? Which place is open? I think for me, let's open at an appropriate time when the solutions are there. That is my take this afternoon. Thank you very much. Miriam, give us the figures of yesterday. We want to add our voice. This clip has received a very serious backing from somebody in Geneva. To open, to go where? To play golf for who? Does your golf help me? Or it helps any other person? Who is carrying the sticks for golf? You know, I don't know the name because I don't play golf. People from Gorogocho will be the ones carrying the sticks. Where do your workers stay? In the slums. Have you cleaned them? No. So you want to open. Let's go to places which are regulated. A hotel is regulated by the government, the protocol. Simple operational orders. What is it called? Procedure something or standing procedure.
Standard procedures, yeah.
Standard procedure, operational SOPs. Standard operational procedures. If there are 10 people in a restaurant, you don't come in to be the 11th. You wait until they're out. You can control a hotel, but you can't control a church. No. How do you control a church? What about if God told me at last night that you have to pray today by all means? Will you stop me? Forget it. If they open, let's open the floodgates. But it has to be gradual, that you don't forget it. That the government, we have said our mind. We have said our views. And the president has had our views. If we think we have a case, fine. That's very good. Let's return to our story. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, and a very good morning to our viewers, wherever you're watching us from this morning. So the latest figures here in Kenya right now, the cases that have been confirmed in the country stands at 5,384 cases. The death toll in the country is 132. Recoveries right now stands at 1,857 cases, and Uganda, the cases right now are at 821. Recoveries is 731, and South Sudan, the cases is at 1,942. 36 people have died in South Sudan, 224 others have recovered, and Rwanda, the cases is at 850. The death toll there is 2. Recoveries is 385, and South Africa, the leading country in the continent, 118,375 cases. The death toll is 2,292. Recoveries is 59,974. And the total number of confirmed cases in Africa this morning is at 347,247. And out of that, 9,055 people have died and 166,193 others have recovered. So that is just in a nutshell of the situation right now on COVID-19 here in Kenya and also a few countries in Africa. But yesterday, Dr. President Uhuru Kenyatta met with the governors there, and they're trying to determine the readiness in the country to reopen the economy. So even, Doctor, as you prepare to compose that song, To Go Where, President Uhuru Kenyatta yesterday met with the governors there, and they're trying to brainstorm and find ways and see if at all the country is ready to reopen the economy. And your answer to that will be what?
To open for who? Are people not eating now? President Kenyatta has given us all the hope since this coronavirus started. Kenya has handled the situation gradually, slowly, diplomatically. Let's go that way. Let's go the way we are going. Don't open up. Do comparative strategy. Look at Europe, Germany. When they opened up, what happened? You want to open up. For who? For who? For sick people? For people who are sick? You want to open up to go where? There are certain places you open up. Yes, the aircrafts have not started rolling the engine in the sky. So when you open up, where will these planes fly to? Kenya Airways still bringing us the goods that we want. Have we done our airports enough? Is there enough security? Don't forget also, terrorists are waiting for you to open up. Because this time you fear even to search a very nearby person. Do you know that some places in this country now, and I want to take this opportunity to tell the truth, we have laxed our security, Mr. President. The security of the nation at the gates of the hotels and other premises has laxed. The stupid hyenas of Al-Shabaab and others could come in and hit us. Let's not play with this. At times I'm a very good observant. I drive around slowly in my car. I observe everything. Mr. President, people wait. If you go towards the border between Nairobi and Murang'a, there are more cars than the cars on Uhuru Highway. Why are there more cars? Because people are begging police to go the other side. So in the process, they park, police refuse. Some of them slip through and go. You know what it is. That is, we are spreading. Reproduction in the communities could be very dangerous. Watch out. Watch out. So opening up, for me, is a good thing. The government has assessment mechanisms. His Excellency has assessment mechanisms. There's no problem on that.
Yes,
at all.
yes, and yesterday during that meeting, President Uhuru Kenyatta told governors that the decision to reopen the country's economy will be informed by the level of preparedness by the devolved units to respond to COVID-19 infections. So out of that, Governor Oparanya, who is now the chair of the Council of Governors, gave a report in the about the preparedness of the counties here in the country, and he said in his report, Governor Oparanya said counties had attained a total of 6,898 isolation beds against the national targeted of 30,500 units. What does this say about our governors and how much time they've been given to ensure that they prepare? The government was targeting that in all the counties, 47 counties here in the country, there would be 30,500 bed units for isolation. But what we have, according to Governor Oparanya, there is 6,898, Doctor. Obviously, we're not prepared.
No, we are not. Mr. President, tell them the truth. We are not. So if we open Nairobi now and open the floodgate of Mombasa and Nairobi, and the people start traveling from Mombasa to Nairobi, Nairobi to Mombasa, sisi kwisha. Mzee, people are drinking at night. They close the estate and they drink up to 4 a.m. They don't observe, they eat nyama. Wanakula nyama hiyo usiku, touching each other every night up to morning. Na nyama, breathing each other, hewa. Mzee, they are doing these things. Wacha nikwambie ya haki. Mimi, I'm Paul in Judea. If you don't like me, I'll go. But I'll tell the truth. Let this medicine come first. Let's have some people selling medicine in the chemist in Nairobi, where you can go, wanakugonga moja, unatembea, hata hiyo kitu inaweza kushika wewe. Please, let this thing come first. If you say this Ugandan is mad, let me be mad. But I'm crying for my people. At least across the bridge, there is another army general who is like me in the army, also a military man. He's crying. That one has even hit them harder. He doesn't have a joke on this. On coronavirus on Kenya and Uganda side, I swear, even if you are who, Museveni atakuita. You know, he has got intelligence network which brings everything in his country. LC1. Unaingia namna hivi unatoka Kenya. Ask Waluke and friends, people who left Wakaka a few days ago. They went to bury somebody across. They were all arrested. So,
yes.
I am crying. Let the medicine come out. Then we can relax.
All right.
Even I am repeating this so that we go to the topic. People are saying the other topic of the court.
Yes.
They are saying this. Let me ask you one thing.
Yes.
If religion came from Lambeth, Anglican Church or Sapiti, you are telling us to open the church. Is the Bishop of Canterbury praying in the church?
And actually,
go ahead, Daniel.
We just have a software which has been produced where church leaders can be able to digitize the church services. So right now, there's no need to hurry up. And also, Dr. Matsanga has talked about the issue of those isolation beds. When you look at my county, Busia County, there is not enough beds. So many counties don't even meet the minimum 300 beds at the moment. So opening up doesn't even make sense at this moment when you are not prepared to handle the pandemic.
All right, and on human resource, Governor Oparanya reported that a total of 16,914 health personnel had been trained on COVID-19 management, among them 59,449 community health workers. And I like that we have a higher number for community health workers because they will be more effective in terms of creating awareness and just monitoring, especially for the self-isolated patients back at home. Is this a good move? I think that is good progress there from the counties and the government in general.
I think it is, but no. Miriam.
Why? What is the problem? Is that not enough people?
Let's go to our topic so that Friday is quicker. This thing, there is no stadium there. Boss, Mama, if you look at what has happened in Italy, a country where Mussolini built the hospitals in 1942, 39. A country that has sponsored coups in Africa, overthrown several. A country where God finally stuck. There are two places in the world where God is stuck: Jerusalem and Rome. I don't know whether you people know. That's why Julius Caesar and the Pontius Pilate said, no, take this man to Herod. Herod said, take him back. So the two center points of religion are in Jerusalem and Rome. Our religion, and then there's a third center point in Mecca and Jeddah. If you study this beyond this level of analysis, you will find that those are the center points that make life tick in the world. If they are shut, if Canterbury is shut, where Martin Luther disagreed with the Roman Catholic Church and went to Britain and wrote all these things, said he disagrees, is shut. Pope Paul has shut. Jerusalem is shut. Rome is shut. Bangkok, the Buddhist, they are shut. Hindu, they are shut. Masinde Mulilo in Kitale is shut.
I don't know what you mean by that, but yes, everything
no,
is
no, mine from Mount Elgon.
Masinde
We are
Mulilo,
shut.
is it the park or which one?
That man Masinde.
Okay.
Was it Masinde or Songa knows?
Jehovah, is it, who?
Jehovah Wanyonyi.
He died.
Even Jehovah Wanyonyi is shut. Now you want it to open.
It is called Dini Msambwa.
That Dini Msambwa in our place is very famous.
Yes, yes, in the
It's
Western
shut.
Kenya.
And the Wesonga practices it quietly.
Oh my God.
You ask Wesonga in the morning.
Wesonga is a lot of things. Okay.
Let me ask Wesonga.
Yes.
In the morning, where do you face? Where do you face?
All right.
Answer, people want your answer. Where do you face from
When
your
doing
home?
what? Facing what? When doing what?
Where does he face? Let him tell you.
Facing
No, actually,
when he's having
we
breakfast or
we have a culture. You are supposed to even. I hear you are supposed to even to have a certain direction where your bed should face in your house.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
It is a very big abomination
If your bed faces
for
where?
you in your house
Yes.
to lie as if you are dead. Our culture does not accept that.
Is it the culture or the church, the cult?
Whatever is, was there a church here?
No,
Was there a church before Craft
the Dini Omsambwa. We were at the Omsambwa. I want to understand. Your bed is supposed to face where? And if it doesn't, what will happen?
You collapse.
Okay.
You go forever.
Okay.
Miriam, have you ever slept and then you want to wake up and you can't wake up.
Yeah.
Something pulls you up. If you don't pull out of that sleep, you are in quiet, you are gone.
Yes, I have that several times, yeah.
So it is God who has said let rest. It is God who has brought this corona. I am pleading to you people. God brought this corona to check our speed. The speed was too fast. Waluke was stealing. Nani was stealing.
Let's go to Waluke,
was stealing. Harvey was stealing. Abdul Nasir was taking 40 million. Nini, kila kitu ilikuwa mbaya. Mungu anasema hold the world to go. To go where? When I said to go, the song will say, go. To go. To go where? You know, we can compose a very thing to open where and then go where.
Yes.
Doctor,
you are opening the space.
Before we go to record that wonderful piece, a masterpiece there of music, yes, a lot have been happening, and maybe now we have enough time to look at some of these things that perhaps you could not have paid attention to if you were just left to our busy, lives. And let's talk about this Waluke case. It's very serious, and I think it goes a long way into. Yesterday, when the judge was giving this ruling, she said that the offences are serious, and the accused person took advantage out of a dire situation where Kenyans were faced with hunger, and maize was required to save Kenyans from starvation. It is therefore calls for a deterrence sentence. And Doctor, I think we talked about this yesterday. So before we get into the details of that ruling, that judgment, this ruling acted as a deterrence, and the judge was very categorical with this case.
First of all, I would like to say the truth.
Go ahead.
That Mr. President, there are so many cases of this nature that Maraga should have helped the church, the government, the judiciary, the parliament to open up. There are so many cases where connivance, I'm using good English here, connivance, where people connived with the investigators to silence. This case is a mafia case of the highest degree. A lady of 79 years, a mother of my friends, Professor Wahungu. How do you feel? Benny Wahungu, they are my relatives. I swear in the name of God, I'm not telling you a lie. They come where Wabukala comes from. Wabukala is my relative. And I'm speaking as an elder in the clan. This madam is older than me. How did she get involved in this circus? Let it be a deterrent. You cannot take money which is not there. At least supply one bag. But this was supply was hot air. There is something I can't talk here because investigations are going on now. The DCI would like to query some people who took this money. The company, why were you taking the money for? Someone just brought the money and you kept quiet. You don't find out where the bags. If you're a good lawyer, you find out where the bags. In Britain, in English law, a defense lawyer goes to find out, has also his own investigative detective. If we find that the case is going to finish you, he comes back and tells you, Miriam, this case is not very good. But here why Harvey is talking like this is because he's going to fix the appeal chamber judges. They are already fixing. You will see. They are already fixing now the case. And we are watching. That's why Kenyans must watch. These guys don't have the money. Waluke will not have 700 million to pay. Let him rot. Miaka saba, imuume, arudi when Kenya has changed. You will serve 3.5. Then he can stand. By then, his boss will be in power maybe. They can again relax. What about the boss cannot help? Media Mamask is there's someone who said, Waluke told the people of that place that he is a machine, money-making machine. Miriam, a friend of mine sent me a post by the house help who comes from Sirisa. That when the case was going on, the house help told the boss, my friend whom I cannot name on the TV, sir, can I stop everything? And he said, I want to hear this. You know, the boss said, and the wife said, come and sit. Nakayense, sit here. She sat. Then the owners of the house told her, asked her, why are you interested in this case? He said, bosses, you are my boss. This man is our MP. During the elections, he gave us 1,000 shillings each to attend the rally. So as the sentence, as the judge kept on writing, and you know, there was very silent a moment. The girl started saying, ha! Told the bosses that this thing is over. It's finished. This judge, the mama, is going to sentence. So the girl said, all of a sudden the house girl started celebrating in the house. The girl has never drank a beer. But she went and said, can I have one beer? Then the boss of the house said, why? He said, it is because at least Mzee Kenyatta has worked. This man was terrorizing us with his money. You can imagine, the girl said, I am a senior 6. She's A level. And madam, you see I'm working here. But that man, they have not put anything there. I would be working in Bungoma. The girl cried tears. This morning, they narrated the story to me. That is how painful it is for you who doesn't have even money for petrol to hear. And one of the things that came out to Miriam before I leave you, because you asked the question, is the man is still paying a mortgage? He's paying a mortgage.
See, that's the part I don't understand. With all that money, I would.
You are telling the court. You are telling the court that I'm paying a mortgage. So what? In fact, Muteti was right to say, so what?
Yeah,
and there are no other people.
From the prosecutor's office here, the lawyer.
Is paying a mortgage. Why is the disease? Mimi, kama niko mgonjwa, I want my disease to be publicized. Gonga hapa kwa TV. Let my children know that nilienda chini kwa hii malaria iligonga. Hii kitu iligonga. So don't hide. I don't want sympathies on my dead body. Tell my children to know that your dad went down struggling for Africa. Trying to put sense. Now, if you look at all what was, if you look here, Let's mention the names. Nancy Baraza. How did she become a chief judge? The whole thing haunted her, and she lost her case.
Legal fees, 5 million, and it's not very clear what she did.
Legal fees. No, legal fees for what?
Of course, Miriam, that was a very well choreographed.
You people, please help Kenya. Legal fees for what? I can accept a legal fee for a murder case. That is, yes, because there is an allegation, but a legal fee for what? What was legal fee being paid for? The legal fees being paid for. Don't you as a judge, sorry, as a lawyer, before you receive this 5 million, go and ask, why am I representing you? You are an advocate of the High Court. How did Baraza become a deputy chief justice? You see how God sorts us out quickly. Let's come. I'm Ahmed Abdakir. These ones who walk around that they know law. Where is this the one who was the chicken gate?
Ahmed Nasir and Abdi Kadir and
is that the chicken gate scandal? You see, he narrowly escaped the chicken gate. It took Osogo. You know?
So out
he told
yes.
He told Osogo, we shall fight to remove you. You'll say it is you. Otherwise, you will be in jail. Is he not the one? Is he the one or the one who was the constitutional lawyer? Abdi Kadir, yes. That's the constitution, the one who was at the president is as a constitutional lawyer. Ahmed Nasir took this 40 million for what?
And of course, his silence has been very outstanding regarding the matter of Waluke's prosecution.
So,
and
check we withdraw. Yes. This year it should go deeper. These checks were withdrawn. The bank cannot tell us a lie.
The beneficiaries
that they don't know who withdrew the check.
Have not been stated, yes. And somewhere there, the unnamed client, the shareholder who got the big chunk, the lion's share of this money, 112 million Kenya shillings. Kenyans are wondering, who is this unnamed person? Who is this person?
No, but, you know, Miriam, when you talk about NCPB politics, then that is synonymous to a certain individual who will not name on this program. But Kenyans know out there, and they know in 2009, was at the helm of such departments of government. And of course, a deal of that magnitude could not go down without his knowledge. So it's not a matter of maybe presumption, but that is something that is in the public domain.
Well, Songa, let me correct you here. These things started in 2004, 3.
Yes.
Yes. So let's trace who was the Minister of Agriculture.
Yes.
Hakuna kucheza sasa. Ruto was not a Minister of Agriculture.
Yes, of course, by that time.
Yeah. Let's be balanced. Let's be balanced. Who was the Minister of Agriculture? Who was the General Manager of NCPB? Who was the accountant of NCPB? Ruto was not. We are not going to tell lies here. They shall not put lies on people. Sindio, me, no. Who? No. Who was? Let's investigate further. Who was the Minister of Agriculture in 2003, 2004? This case dragged in 2013. Payments were made Sasa tunataka hapo. Wake, let's dance there. Tucheze hapo. Let's not, please. Let's unearth. You are an investigative journalist.
Yes.
I want you to go back and unearth. Niambie who was the Minister of Agriculture. Tulete, funga. If he's alive. How did he allow General Manager wa NCPP, if he's alive, funga? The Chief Accountant to allow for a check to be signed of that amount. There must be 2 signatories. I am now, you asked me to do. What can I do? Let me do it. Sindio tunafanya analysis. It is Kipruto, Arab, Kirwa, later. Akuja hapa. He's always on TV here, wearing suits. Bring. Atuambie, whom did he, how did he know? What happened? Media, we are fighting corruption, sindio? Msilete majina ya watu. Leo, hapana, I am not Ruto supporter. But on this one, I said the truth. Ruto was not there. Msiseme Ruto ndiye alianza mahindi. Ruto mahindi yake ilianza 20-something 13 iko naye. Tuko na data yake.
2000.
Lakini he had not entered there. Hii kitu ilianza. Isn't it? Isn't it the history? So on this one, we are looking for who was the Minister of Agriculture, who is Mr. Arap Ruto, Arap Kirwa.
Kipruto Arap Kirwa.
And he has also run now from ANC to Chama ya Waizi.
Which party is that?
The party of thieves.
It was the register of political parties declined to register it.
The registrar of political party has declined to register Chama cha Waizi. And he has given Musalia Mudavadi a few hours to leave. I don't know whether you have seen the intelligence.
Yes.
Now, Arap Kirwa must answer. He's always on TV here. And atuambia how he was doing this. Hakuna kuja. Didn't he, as a Minister of Agriculture, notice an anomaly? As hot air was delivered. Sindio, the back stops at the where?
At the ministry.
Yes. The minister was in charge to take there. Yeah.
Yeah. The minister in charge, our Dennis Okero, has just told us he's here. Kipruto Arab Kirwa. Let him make a statement at this year. Tuanzie hapo.
Yes.
Nase Baraza make a statement at this year. Tuanzie hapo.
Abdi Nasir
make a statement at this year. Why you received the money from hot air. This is 16 people. The checks, I'm gonna get the real checks. I'll get the real signatory under the bank where it was drawn. So the people who drew the money are known. Let's not hide. Grace Wahungu, she's in custody. John Koi Meja, Waluke.
Yeah.
50 million is in custody. Soita Sunday advocates, arrest. Is Soita still around? Is the company functioning? Get him. Let him tell us why he was going to court over papers that were fake. Then we come to Anna coordinated troop movement of 112 million Kenya shillings.
Unknown shareholder. This is the person we need to know, Doctor.
Yes, and that is where actually when you look at such kind of structure of a food chain, then that is the sole beneficiary of the entire haste. So I hope our agencies will be able to trace and.
So the man who this man is dead.
Will that be Juma?
Huh?
Because Juma also is part of this, the late.
Yeah, he's one.
Actually, that was his company.
That is his company. Mm-hmm. So now, but he did not die with documents.
Yes. I think for the record of justice, they should be able to unveil and put it quite clearly, even if he's not alive, but let them just put it clearly that this money ended up in this particular account belonging to this kind of individual. I think that one will be better, so that the rest of the people who have been implicated also can be charged.
Dennis Okero, you got the job. Direct under my office.
All right, you go do that.
Yes,
thank you so
call
much.
Me later.
He's very
Call
sourceful.
Me later.
He's very sourceful today. Dennis, thank you so much. We appreciate your help.
Call me later, and I'll let my PA Stephen, my general manager.
Stephen is helping with that. Yes.
Dennis, send it quietly. Dennis Okero, my email. My email, Dennis Okero, is africastrategy@hotmail.com. I'll send you my number. Wacha tu anaafi hii kitu. Tusaidia mzee rais. Mtukufu rais.
So Doctor, yesterday, yesterday during that
we are helping the country. Easy. Nani huyu alienda na pesa? This guy left the documents. We want to find them. The bank is there. Cooperative bank. We want to go back and find out who drew the money. Who are these two unknown? Yeah. You know, when you are a journalist, you do the gist. Please, these are some of the things that tick. That's why journalists were called the fourth estate of government. Don't keep quiet. Tunazungumza juu tena wakupeleta yellow envelope, you keep quiet. Hakuna. Mwaga hii kitu, mwaga nje. Ionekane. Dennis Okero, that's my email. africastrategy@hotmail.com. Stephen andika hapo wa Dennis.
All right.
You got the job. We want to unearth this thing. The rest of payments we shall sort out.
All right. So yesterday, Doctor, efforts by yes.
Media, don't forget. They are again trying to steal signatures. It is interesting on Sunday. Remind me. Something is very wrong somewhere. Let's go on with this.
Right. So the efforts yesterday by Waluke and Wahungu to have the sentence suspended were thwarted by the court, which stated that it had concluded its work on the matter and any issue on its judgment could only be handled at the High Court on appeal. Now, the trial court said the bond terms the two have been enjoying had already been exhausted and ordered for the release of the security that was used to secure the temporary release as the hearing was ongoing. Waluke has been out on a 3 million Kenya shilling surety bond. So the judge yesterday, Madam Juma, she did not come to play, and I don't know the sentence that she handed. Doctor, because we've been talking about here so much about corruption and perhaps how sometimes some of these even bond terms are very relaxed, very lenient to some of these people, especially when it comes to the big fish, as they are called in this country. So was this punitive enough?
Yes. If you didn't know, It was one of the best sentences. But one of the things that most Kenyan journalists missed out, you need to be a legal, paralegal, paramilitary, paradis, parapolitic, para everything. It concurrently, beka kwa beka, baka kwa baka. If you miss one, the other one collapses. So these sentences were read. This lady, these are the people Maraga should have recommended. Juma, Magistrate Juma, deserves, in fact, promotion straight to be the head of the anti-corruption court. She has no mercy. As she was laughing, in fact, inside, do you know, you saw the way she was breathing. She was breathing, then it said, I am gonna, how? She even said, I have just sentenced these people. Then you want me to suspend my own sentencing. It has never happened. 2, the application for seizure. Am I right in English language?
You mean seizure of the...
Seizure, no. You Kenyans were colonized, therefore you speak like Wazungu. Ours is very bad English. Seizure. The seizure motion.
Yeah.
Seizure is censor motion, seizure motion, meaning repossession. East-west.
To seize, yes.
To seize, I can pronounce that. But when it comes to this other one, don't forget I come from the Mount Elgon of the other side, which pronounces P4D.
Very well.
So I now, the Songa cannot believe what is going on here. Seizure motion. Yeah, that is the truth.
It is the truth, Doctor. Continue.
I can write it.
Yes.
Very nicely and pass the exam.
Yes.
But because I'm not a Mzungu, I cannot be perfectly speaking like a Mzungu unless I am that guy who is on Friday who has specialized in eating like a Mzungu.
Yes, but Doctor, we understand what you're saying, so no problem.
No, it's okay. You say it now, seizure. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, seizure. Distress motion. A distress motion must always accompany the judgment. Mitigation of circumstances can never change from what the defense lawyer has already mitigated. What will the probation officer write, which is different? You have 2 wives, 7 concubines, and 7 children that you look after, undocumented children, and then a fleet of undocumented other offsprings that you look after. Fine. The court that can come at the hour of appeal from the magistrate's point of view, she discharged her ability. The DPP did not bring up, so we are pointing out these things so that next time we want vibrant lawyers in the DPP. Mr. Muteti is very good. Mr. Muteti can destroy you. Can very, very nicely, diplomatically. I liked the lady. The lady was very candid on law. You get the point. The lady was hammering positions of law. The other man in a blue suit on the, because for us, this one of the blue suit, that one, DPP, mwambie aweke nguvu, because you are bound to be taken down by point of order. Alileta some things that border on criminality, importing evidence which was not talked about. So the team of yesterday, plus the other final man, Mr. Gatonga, they did a fantastic job. I want to congratulate Mr. Muteti. Apart from few people, they did a great job. Also, the defense team, the man who stood high, who was very calm, was Wahungu's lawyer. Yes. Mrs. Wahungu's lawyer, that gentleman, I don't know what the name is, Google it up, did a great job. A fantastic job. The rest, Ombeta, who these are theatrics. Ombeta, Omari, that's and theatrics. Suit, wearing suit, but there was no content. Omari used not to wear a suit. Now he's wearing suit, no content. I looked at him, a professor of law. You don't even know how to mitigate. Which judge is going to listen to you when you are talking that rubbish? That CG Waluke is an MP. So,
Ombeta even suggested that he was a grandfather, and the grandchildren were waiting upon him to give advice and all that. So such a lame excuse.
You know, all of us make mistakes. There's nobody who does not make mistakes. But even when you are going to represent, that's why Pontius Pilate exonerated himself from this blame. Because Pontius Pilate was not even sure which charge sheet to label against Jesus Christ. So, when you see Ombeta doing a dramatic, say, jamen, vitu vingine, pesa hizi tunatafuta, lakini mimi siwezi kutafuta namna hivyo. Bana, itaomba Miriam anipatie kidogo nikule. So,
in a nutshell, yes. Before in a nutshell, Doctor, apparently this is the stiffest penalty ever meted out for corruption in Kenya's history.
Yes.
For the first time.
And let's keep it going.
Yes, we hope, Miriam, as time goes by, all other people who have been implicated of corruption are going to be brought to justice and also face tougher consequences as Waluke and Mrs. Wahungu. So I think it is a standard bar that the government is setting through the leadership of President Uhuru Kenyatta on the fight against corruption that shouldn't be let down by the judiciary. So let them maintain the momentum. At the end of the day, Kenyans will be the beneficiaries.
All right, and determined to take the fight to Waluke and Wahungu, the prosecution also told the court that the two should forfeit their assets to the state. We are seeking a compensation order, even as you are considering the sentence. We seek an application. So the prosecution is saying them paying is not enough. We want to recover their assets. What Doctor was explaining there earlier, is this the way to win the war against corruption in this country? Because they get to serve this term, maybe if they're not able to raise this money, and then they still come back and enjoy this ill-gotten house they built and the cars they've driven, they bought through that money. So maybe this could be the way to go. You recover and then you still serve term.
Yes, and Miriam, maybe just to cut in, even the amount that they have been ordered to pay, even if they are not able to raise that amount of money and their friends chip in, the court will have to make sure that wherever that money is coming from, they are not proceeds of corruption. So a very, very deep checking will be done to ascertain the source of that amount of money. So according to me, I think that is the right step. And it's going to be an uphill task for Waluke and the co-accused to raise such amount of money, because checks and balances should be done to ascertain the source of that money, if at all friends will chip in to assist them.
Doctor, should they forfeit their assets to the state?
Have you ever? Okay, Miriam, what was the question?
Should they, because the prosecution was saying that these two should forfeit their assets to the state. Should that be the case? And will that act to deter, because that will be punitive, will that act to deter people who want to engage in corrupt, dubious deals in this country, especially involving public money?
Miriam, the amendment bill.
Yes.
We left it halfway yesterday.
Yes, we did.
You know what it has proposed?
Go ahead, remind us.
To capture this, to get these goods, all your property. You can't be mentioned, then sentenced.
Then come out and enjoy it.
Then enjoy it. No. That's why the MPs, and I want to thank again President Uhuru Kenyatta, where you have now changed all the committee, the chairman of the committee of law. Thank you very much, Baba. Thank you, Asante. This give credit. Let's clap for the president, please. Let Miriam put down, clap for the president. One, like this, Mr. President. Thank you very much. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Give these agencies, Mr. President, more money.
Yes.
They look for these small bits. Have you seen how tight this case is? Very tight. Yes. You cannot run it this way. You cannot run it this way. You cannot run it this way. Tight case. Now, we want you also to bring Mr. Tirop Kosige. How did he sign the check? If you are managing director, how did you sign the check without checking whether the goods you are signing for are present or not? Yeah. Unaona?
Yes.
And of course that appointment of various committee chairmen now works strategically for enabling the president to achieve his agenda. When we have the right people at the helm of every committee, then that means that we're gonna achieve efficiency. So that is a good move, and I'm in great support of it.
All right. And so, Doctor, you mentioned this tweet by Harvey. Now, let's talk about this tweet because there is another tweet that he tweeted. Let me just check the date here in August 20th, 2017, when this case, I think, was ongoing in the court. And this is what he tweeted then. And I hope production can forward me the latest tweet that he tweeted yesterday that contradicts that tweet he tweeted in August 20th, 2017, when he said, Erad Supplies versus NCPB, Abdinasir bench fixed it from High Court to Court of Appeal. Parliament recommended he be investigated and charged. So that is what Nelson Harvey, who is the boss of the LSK right now, that is what he tweeted in 2017. Now, can we see what he tweeted, latest here? Let me just get that. All right. So this is what he tweeted yesterday. Nelson Harvey said, John Waluke and Grace Wahungu contracted with NCPB and NCPB breached the contract. Arbitrator ordered payment. Award was enforced by High Court. NCPB lost before High Court and Court of Appeal and paid the decree. How can that be a crime? Do not celebrate fraudulent convictions. First of all, just the contradictions, and then we get to the fact that Nelson Havi, being the boss of Law Society of Kenya, is also part of the JSC, and the judges make up, the judiciary makes up there, and now he's here, criticizing something that from a court that he represents and the people that he works with. So the contradiction by Nelson Havi there.
Let me exactly, but you see, in my opening remarks, I told you there is something very wrong. You can see all our people, viewers today, everybody is on our side. There is nobody, no Kenyan would like to hear anyone corruption. Yes, if you are corrupt, and the way to prove a case of corruption is this medium. Because I must teach, since PLO Lumumba seem not to have taught some of these boys, and they got its certificates for practice. Money should go to your account. Once you receive even $1 on your account, you have actually no case. You have lost the case. It means you are corrupt. As you will see today in the day, we seem to be going that direction. If you shout too much that Havi or Miriam has stolen, you must prove that there was some hard cash or check that it dropped in Miriam's possession. Otherwise, these other things are generalities. I think you can think outside the box and see where I'm heading. We are doing generalities. But Waluke case was tight. Proof. Tight case. A tight case that you cannot run away with or you cannot change. There was evidence. People got checks. People were paid. People received money.
There's evidence.
People did. Yeah, everything. So, you could not even wait any longer to sentence him. Even the appeal, in fact, the appeal judge could be more deadly.
And they're not appealing because they're not innocent. They're appealing for the sentence. They want more lenient, sentence. Yes.
So the appeal judge, if this is the time for appeal judge to make his mark towards the chief justiceship. In fact, if I were the appeal judge, I would sentence them to custodial sentence. Both, because the law allows both. Have you read the section which says if you steal 21 billion of Kemerel and Eraro Dam, you pay 21 billion on conviction. So does that not mean you die in prison? The law is very clear. You saw the judge yesterday saying it, quoted it very nicely. If the amount of money that got lost was 290, you will pay 580.
And I think that is what the prosecution was seeking for. Mr. Muteti there, acting on behalf of the prosecutor, the office of the prosecutor there, was saying that according to the Kenyan law, someone that has been found guilty of corruption should pay 3 times the amount that was lost and also given 10 years in jail. So you pay and you still serve term.
For the magistrate came down nicely.
That was lenient enough, I think.
Not even, no, boss, it is not, madam, it is not lenient. Hey, where will you get 7.5, almost 3/4 of a billion?
But according to the law, they were supposed to pay 3 times. So the fact that they were given only twice, the amount and the other fines.
If I were Waluke, you can swallow a tablet and you go home.
Please, let's not encourage towards that.
Miriam,
He might
the
be
easiest
listening.
way,
Yes.
the easiest way for a look at there is just to stand back.
Miriam, I like Japanese.
We want Waluke alive. He'll go there and learn his lesson, come back and become a productive citizen, I believe. So let him not swallow any tablet.
The prison authorities must be very, very, very strict, because this is a case of very serious situation. I'm telling you, if it was in Japan, Mr. Waluke would have asked for his panga. Or spear, or the sword.
And do what?
And kill himself.
With the panga.
No, you can kill yourself with a sword. Japanese don't waste time. They don't bring bad omen to the community. Mr. Waluke has brought, and Madam Wahungu, they have brought very dangerous things to our community. The first people to be sentenced, we have to go, and this is the year of circumcision. So we have to go and cleanse. I've called home. This morning I made a telephone call to Umukuka.
And actually, Dr. Mazanga, they will have composed songs and sang them in a very negative way, of bringing a very bad name to the community.
No, yes. let's not turn this into a tribal thing, because these are just 2 individuals who did wrong. So it cannot be all lawyers now is a problem. No, let's not take that route. But Daniel, yes.
Thank you very much,
Miriam,
for
yes. They stole from all of us. So not only, yeah.
No,
unfortunately.
Now we people like us, elders, 65 years old, in a community, it has brought a curse.
To who? I think it's them.
To me.
How is that even possible?
I am from the clan of the Bakuka, where Waluke has been one of the few MPs coming to Mbale, Umutoto for permission.
But have you even seen the elders coming out to defend him? Because they know he's wrong. He has to carry his own cross. Has nothing to do with the clan.
What I'm saying, Ma'am, it is not bad to ask. In mitigation of circumstances, if I were Waluke's lawyer, I would mitigate this way. That perhaps alternative mechanisms of justice can be done,
like
such
what?
that the future generation can learn.
All right, and you suggest that will be what? The alternative mechanisms of justice?
To allow the clan of Umofia to do ceremonies, to cleanse ourselves from the leprosy that has befallen us.
That is not leprosy.
And I believe Mr. Atwali,
Doctor,
I'm calling upon Atwali to wake up.
Theft,
look at this leprosy.
Theft is theft is theft. Let's stop calling it anything else. Theft is theft is theft.
Yes, but it has come on our clan. We're stronger. We cannot keep quiet.
You did not even benefit. Let them carry the crosses.
Miriam,
yes.
One thing in the Kenyan context, actually you can never separate it with that tribal angle. Of course,
nobody is sitting here thinking lawyers are thieves. We are not. In fact, until you and I know you're looking at it from a lighter note, you don't mean it, but nobody is looking at it from like lawyers. These are 2 people who benefited, whose families benefited. Yes.
For us, we are wait first, Miriam. Please let me make my case.
Why do you want to be associated with corruption, doctor? Why are you trying so hard to be part of this?
We don't want anybody who is going to produce a child.
Yes.
From now. You could name the child Waluke.
It's a Luya name. What is wrong with that?
Could run in civic accounting trees.
Are you serious?
Hello.
Yes.
I'm a village elder.
You're a village elder.
Well,
I'm redeemed with the blood of Jesus, so I'm not too much.
Remember the blood of Jesus also told us when people went to bury somebody in Siaya at night.
That is there. Me, I'm not affected.
Wait, let me bring it.
I'm a Christian and I practice. And I live by faith.
At night.
Yes.
Senior Orengo.
Yes.
The Senate was in the court to exhume the body.
It is the lack of respect that was accorded to the family and the people that was a problem.
It is the lack of respect accorded to us for two grown-up people to steal such money.
All right.
It's an abomination. It's a leprosy.
It is theft.
It's a plague.
It is theft.
Theft in plague. A plague. Either that disease.
Yes.
And the coronavirus is very dangerous. It could be corona part 2.
That is more than corona, I believe.
Yes. Thank you very much. On a lighter note, as you said.
All right. So,
Dennis Okero is here with you. Read the Ogwagu of Luyaland.
Okay. Before we get
exactly. I am sad. You didn't read my thing in the morning at 5 a.m. Liverpool won last night.
No, hold on. Doctor, you sad? Can you give me your sad face? You're sad.
Okay. We have done this topic very well. Educated both the defense.
But hold on. There's a comment here by Dennis Okelo. He's been doing some research. Let me just read. I think it has very important information here.
Waluke would be an also in Igbo. The Biafra men call Waluke Insu.
And what does that mean? I hope you're not calling people names here. Yeah?
Unzu. You know, we are Bantu, we have women, you have stolen things.
Yes.
You have brought a shame to the clan. Take a rope.
No suicide. Come on. Tirop, according to Dennis Okelo, Tirop Kosgei in 2004 is in collaboration with a farm associated with the late Jacob Juma was unable to supply 40,000 tons of maize to the government in 2004. It was here that the road started. During this time, Kipruto Arab Kira was the Minister of Agriculture. Yesterday, Harvey tweeted against the judgment, and I don't know why. While in 2013, he pointed out that Tirop Kosgei gave a false testimony to the EACC. This rodent saga started a long time ago. Among the companies he frequently contracted include Erad, Puma Holdings, Euro World Company, Freba Holdings, and Hola Company. So there you go. Dennis Okelo, thank you so much for that information.
Mr. Dennis, send it on my email. We are now partners in the Colombo episode.
Partners in the clan, in clan activities. I don't even know what
you are still
partnership
touching
is
the
that.
clan. You have denied us our rights. You want us to walk in Nairobi streets.
Dennis,
stop
encouraging this leprosy thing.
No. You know now this is MP for where? It's not MP for Kapsulungi. What is that place called?
Kabondo.
Kabondo. It is not MP for Kisumu.
Hey,
this is MP.
Slow down.
For near my border.
Yeah.
And he is my relative.
Okay.
So we must go back as home as a clan to clean.
But you did not benefit from these proceeds of corruption.
I did not benefit.
Yes,
I lost.
You did not benefit at all. So what is the problem?
The Kenyan is lost.
Kenyans lost money, yes. And now he's serving term.
We don't want the children to ever baptize or name the younger girls like that house girl who was crying in a house in Nairobi. If she produces a kid, never to name the kid Waluke.
But it is a Luya name, so it has nothing
to
do
with... No, we don't want it. That's why. If it is a Luya name where Songa knows, we have to clean it.
Yes.
Hey, Miriam.
Yes.
We have to get the Bible, even pray before we slaughter the goat and remove the spirit.
That is why Jesus came, to make life easy. I mean...
Yes, and you know, Miriam, they say there's always power in names. So what Doc is suggesting is very right.
Yes.
You wait, you will receive Atwali tomorrow. Sindio, tomorrow is Saturday. Atwali
He'll call
is
the elders.
You know, this is one of the people who was insulting Atwali.
Yeah, and there's also a clip. I don't know if Steve can play that clip where he was daring President Uhuru Kenyatta to take him to court or something like that. And I wondered what does President Kenyatta has to do with anything.
This is the time. What are we waiting for? This show was supposed to show real examples. We are not talking lies. We are talking facts.
And he was daring, knowing very well he has a case that started long time even before the Jubilee government came to power, and he was throwing, I guess, stones, and he's living in a glass house. He did not think, and the case was still ongoing, which I find to be very interesting. I don't know if they've been able to. It's a clip I saw early in the morning, so I don't know if it's there. That has Waluke, daring, the president to have him arrested. So.
Miriam, I've just been sent a message from United States of America.
By Obama?
Can you? Yes, somebody serious from the State Department. It says, breaking news. United States of America records a one-day increase in coronavirus cases. Prompting the slowdown in reopening.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. Now it has just been sent to me by my sister Susan Rice. She's my comrade. Don't ask too many questions. For a long time. So this person wrote, and it is here, Miriam. People might think I'm reading from my mind. He said, such data, you are always vindicated, David. Open to go where? Woo! It means my literature is read paka huko White House. Yeah. Because Susan Rice was a former national security advisor in Obama government. But she remains a diplomat. Therefore, she's, USA does not discriminate. Like here, when Uhuru goes, they want to beat all the Uhuru's people. No, they keep them around to give them advice.
But Doctor,
so,
I think with Trump, they've become the worst. I think we're even better off right now as it is there. The politics there is just so dirty and so partisan, even when it shouldn't be. So Trump made some changes, yes.
There is a note here. Which has come in paper. I don't know whether you can see. You people. You can read that.
Breaking news, the United States records largest one-day increase in coronavirus cases, prompting slowing of economy.
That one alone.
Yes.
Read it.
I can't. It's not possible.
There you are.
Yes.
Miriam, there you are.
Yes.
There you are.
Evans Masaba, Deputy Director. Is it?
You see what it has said? It says, Johnny Waluke, Muchango, for bond. Sophia Ojwang, 20 shillings. Mase Kamau, 50 shillings. John Kagwe, 100 shillings.
John Kagwe.
In the, michango imeanza.
When is Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula going to contribute of the Mulembe consciousness? They've been talking about the Luya unity. This is the time now they are needed on board.
Why do you want Luyas to unite on something like this?
No, but there are birds of a feather, Miriam. And isn't it said that our friends stand by their friends during the time of crisis like this? Because they have been hanging out most of the time, preaching about Luya unity, preaching about the next election. So today their colleague is in the dock and they are nowhere to be seen.
You know, Luya unity is a mirage. I don't even know how you guys take this thing seriously. That will never happen. It's a mirage.
I think, Miriam, the only unity that people of Kenya, not only Luya, but the country at large, it should be a unity by development
purpose,
agenda.
A unity of purpose, yes. And the kind of unity the leaders from the Western Kenya are seeking, and not the ones for progress and to bring inclusive and to bring everybody together. Because if you say Luya unity and then the others, Luo unity and Kikuyu unity and Kamba unity, we are fragmenting this country in very dangerous ground. So we should be encouraging unity for everybody. A party or a person or a leader that has a vision that brings all of us together. So that's why I don't like engaging too much in that the Luya politics, because it does not serve, because I'm excluded basically since I'm not white.
Let me just put Miriam
yes
to a right perspective.
Yes,
we all want unity.
Yes
of
purpose.
Yes. We are not talking about a general election here. We are talking about the culture.
Yes.
Our culture has been dotted with bad omen. Usually in our culture, as Luya people, we go back to cleanse, to ask the oracles. As we ask God, we also ask oracles to help us. That in the future, we don't have two grown-ups from Bungoma, near Ruakaka, Marikisi, Sirisa, Bumbo, Utiru, stealing, or Busia, where Wesonga comes from. Because our clans are now touched. Every child growing up will never forget this ruling. Haki ya Mungu, this ruling has gone to history.
It has. Even in the
Kenya. A historical ruling. It is a landmark to teach thieves never to touch money.
Yes, and I applaud it.
Therefore, it is like a kawumpuli, smallpox. Smallpox. It is a corona pox. It's a ruling that has come during Corona. That's why we need to go and wash. Look at Mount Elgon again. Face it. And ask, what the hell did we get this man John from?
You elected
Forgive
him.
us, Father. And as soon as we do that, can I tell you what will happen, Miriam? Heavy rain.
Will rain.
Will fall.
And then we shall be cleansed, or what will happen?
I swear you are done.
Okay.
I'll tell you something off camera.
Okay.
That if someone was interested in you, it would be a big battle. Never joke with the Wesongas, especially where they come from. They could go and pray. Then you could be in a bus singing Hallelujah up to Busia. So that's why you must safeguard the interests of community.
All right. So in other words, I stay away from Wesonga. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
I've heard you. Oh, good.
You have heard.
I've heard.
Because
Thank
you know,
I don't find myself in a bus to Busia. I'd rather have flight to Busia.
There is something that I wanted to share with you, which regards BBI.
Yes.
How many minutes do we have?
No, it's okay. It's Friday.
The hour.
Go ahead.
But so far we've done it very well. I think so. What do you think, Miriam?
Yes, we have.
You are the coordinator on the engine.
But I think anything on you're saying the BBI or what?
The BBI may recommend the powerful Prime Minister post. The committee also proposes politicians to join the cabinet in the submission borrowed from Boma's draft.
Like we used to have.
Yes?
Our constitution before 2010 allowed ministers to be politicians as well and members of parliament. Yeah, members of parliament.
Yes, and I think we discussed it earlier.
Politicians, 2010 restricts any politician.
Yes, before 2010.
The older constitution did. Yes, and
so
Miriam,
we are going back to the Boma's draft. And the powerful Prime Minister with less powers of the President.
Yeah.
And that must be next week.
Next week, what will happen next week? The proposals that
Of course, that's the end of, they have to present, they had 1 month.
Yeah.
Yes.
To present. They must present next week. Or else it is obsolete.
Obsolete.
Yes, and Miriam, I think it's a good change because we've discussed that one before of having a politician into the cabinet because these are the people who are on the ground. If you talk about maybe politicians who come from the arid areas and you talk about scarcity of water and drought and all that hunger, then that politician will be able to address the immediate problems that their people have. So I think it's a good move. And it will assist in terms of service delivery from the side of the executive.
All right. Thank you so much. Doctor, the bottom line over the case and everything else that we've talked about today.
First of all, I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I thank Miriam. We did our job, and this is my takeaway. Since independence, most African countries have suffered from one endemic disease, corruption. They took in a medicine that was not properly prescribed or prescribed by, not prescribed, prescribed by the departing colonial masters. Corruption during the colonial days was punishable, highly punishable. Most civil servants did their work, came on time, delivered without any problem. Today, what we see in the current Africa is corruption has taken over from ignorance, which was one of our main 3 diseases: poverty, ignorance, and disease. The founding fathers of this nation wanted to remove poverty, wanted to remove disease, wanted to remove ignorance. But later on, they found themselves entangled in the fight against corruption. Corruption became a cancer. It has killed most of the countries. It has created chaos, wars, conflicts, military coups. It has injured, stopped development in most of the African countries. Kenya is one of those countries where corruption has been rampant resources meant for the development of areas, building of roads, building of other infrastructure has been diverted into personal coffers, used personally to enrich a few. It is therefore with the support of all other media fraternities that we as journalists supported the government, the President of Republic of Kenya, in the fight, in the direction to eradicate this endemic. It has become endemic in that people even demand that we rather die with our own teeth. It has become endemic that people defended our own faith, our own son. They don't say it's a thief. He says it's ours. When Mr. Waluke was giving out the money, the cash, nobody singled out a hand to say, where did you get the money? Let yesterday's ruling in Kenya become the pivotal point of removing corruption once for all. Corruption is a cancer. Corruption kills. Corruption denies medicines in hospitals, textbooks in schools, payment of teachers, good roads, good infrastructure. Corruption kills. Let's avoid it. Let's support President Uhuru Kenyatta in the fight against corruption. It is a bad habit. We want to thank the judge, Magistrate Juma, Madam Juma. Thank you for the job. Not all the people in the judiciary are bad. They are very good apples that can be eaten. Thank you very much, viewers. God bless you. God bless Africa. That's my thing. Yes. You remove that word proscribe. It's prescribed.
All right, yeah, they've heard you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fred, you remove that kabit. It's not proscribe, it is to prescribe medicine. Thank you. I changed the words. But I can sing before I leave.
Go ahead. And Daniel can join you.
Under you.
I'll just listen in. Thank you very much.
Then I'll not sing.
Go ahead. Hey, don't rain on our parade. You already said you're gonna sing, so we're anticipating.
I was going to sing this song for you.
Okay, for me. Okay.
Yes. Viewers, this song is dedicated to Miriam Ogutu.
It better be good.
It's dedicated to Miriam Ogutu on an occasion of this nature, when we have been together saying all along that let the people fight corruption. Miriam, Daniel, the entire Punchline group, those correspondents, those who have been talking to us, we dedicate this song to you. We know we are under the cloud of COVID-19, but where do we go? Why do we open? The chorus we know, where do we go? Where do we go? Why do we open? The chorus is why we open. It has two types. I would do a 2, 3, 4 lines, because as a younger man, I was a journalist. A musician. I used to play in my band. I was a band leader in 1971, 72, 73. And my nickname was Veve, the famous dancer, because I used to dance so well. And unfortunately, Miriam could not see me there. But I'm here now. So I will try, for the purpose of time, to dedicate this song to her and to the people. And here it goes. Oh, to open. Oh, to open. Oh, to open. To go where? To go where? To go where? Oh, to open. Oh, to open. Oh, to open. To go where? To go where? So when I sing that way, the song can come in to go where? To go where? You can make a song. Then Miriam can say, go.
Remember, the song is dedicated to me, so I'm not supposed to sing. I'm just
Miriam
supposed to
is backing out.
being serenaded.
I think Miriam was not like it.
I'm just waiting to be serenaded. No. It's a nice song. Start, Doctor, and Wasonga, please join the chorus.
Don't you? This is a Friday. We want to end a nice Friday. We have been working so hard. We have been walking very early in the morning. We have been doing a service for Africa.
So I deserve
and therefore we need time to relax. Oh, to open. And open to go where? Open to go where? Open to go where? The entire world is closed. The entire world is closed. We want to open. The entire world closed. The entire world closed. We want to open. To go where? To go where? Where do we want to go? Full stop. Medium. If you think it's not good, it can be done. Eh? Patched here.
Frederick will put some rhythm, some background music there. It will be very nice. Doctor, thank you so much for that song, and it's a very important message there. As much as I know we're having fun and it's light-hearted now, we have dealt with the serious stuff. But yeah, I don't think the world. We've seen the U.S. tried opening. Now some states have gone back to closing. Germany also tried opening. They've gone back to closing, and some parts of China also now they're in a lockdown. So I think this is very important until we are really ready, and then we shouldn't do that. But I think President Uhuru Kenyatta is yesterday. That was the purpose of the meeting, to see if at all we are ready, and I'm sure he has the right information and he will do the right thing. John Clark, you stop. All right. Thank you so much, our viewers. Daniel Wesonga, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. And of course, when
you are saying, where is the flog? What is the flog? Johnny Clark. What? I'm not a musician. I will not get annoyed. Today I have a bit defended your man.
John Clark is trying to rain on our parade. John Clark, you stop. But thank you for watching. But we're about to leave. Yeah, we've been doing so well. The song was fantastic.
John Clark, today I was not against his client.
His client.
His client is Arab Ruto.
His client.
Yes.
Okay.
They are good friends.
A client
today,
is a very big word.
Let me tell you, today I defended, because he was not a minister in 2003.
No, he was not.
Yes.
So, Clark, if you have just come in, I am
breaking news. Some breaking news for you, John Clark. Today, Dr.
Medium,
yes.
I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to stay around at 2:30. A very big function is taking place.
Okay.
You know what 2:30 is to Africa and to Kenya?
Yes. Oh, you mean from the Senate? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The ruling
around
is,
for that.
This we had we had this rule. You remember, Punchline Television did not want to make any comment. This afternoon, it is again going to be the best comments coming from us. Whichever way the ruling goes, today we shall open up our hearts and say something. So I would like us to have a show at 2, starting from 2 with Africa Diaspora, or 3 or whatever, small stories of Chakwera.
Yeah, the opposition in Malawi now is leading, yes.
With a landslide.
And the late Burundi president is being buried today as well, I think, for our viewers who did not know that Nkurunziza is being buried today. Also, that is something that...
I hope Namwamba is there for the burial.
Yeah.
Yeah, is the PA to Namwamba, because I think they look alike. Is he from his constituency of Nyura?
Budalangi.
Budalangi, you are. Are you not from Budalangi?
No, me, I'm from Butula.
I said Nkurunziza was being buried today.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes, the person who was attended the burial is the CAS for East African Community. That is Honorable Ken Obura.
Oh, Ken Obura, yes.
Yes.
The MP, the former controversial MP of Kisumu.
Of Kisumu Central, yeah.
Kisumu Central.
And Dr. Yes. John Clark is saying that you've done very well today. He's giving you kudos. So, John Clark, can you meet here later? I think at around 2:30 or 3 East African time, so that we bring you the latest from
Forget about John Clark.
Is he
in one of those suburbs?
No, he's one of our viewers. John Clark, we love you. Thank you for watching. Doctor, we need to go now.
Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you. Uganda is tuned for scientific elections. Can you do an serious investigative part for Monday?
As long as it's Uganda, I'm on it. I will do that.
And then exclude me. I will bring people who have asked to be on the panel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And Kenyans, you have 4 days to file your taxes. We'll see you in the afternoon.
No, Corona, they are excuses.
No, people file. Doctor, you can file nil, or you
you file. Let me tell you, Miriam, people are stressed. And this one, we want to ask the government, leave people now, for now. Even in Britain, auctioneers are not taking people to court. Muache.
Kwaheri.
Auctioneers are not taking people to court. That's where money came from. Unataka watu wakufe nini jameni? Some people don't have even money for food. Did you know that?
They should file nil when they don't have the money.
No, people don't have money for food. Miriam, wewe uko money na food. Wacha hii maneno inaweza kuleta revolution saa hii. Wacha.
Let's go then. Let's finish. We don't want a revolution. Thank you so much for watching, Doctor. Thank you there. And Daniel, thank you. My name is Miriam Ogutu. A very good afternoon.
Mine is your guy.
Yes.
Singer. We have to cleanse our family. Cry the beloved Luya land, producing 2 thieves. Woo! Thank you. God bless. That song was dedicated to Miriam Ogut from CIA. God bless.
He says Baba.
Hey, Danny. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.